Good evening, guys. Welcome to Index Infusion call this Wednesday. Today is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit different because we have been gearing up to the next convention that is indeed in Dubai, right? So all of you who do not know, we will be attending a convention in Dubai in the Coca-Cola Arena on the 3rd to the 6th of October, right? The 3rd of the 6th of October. And some of the sessions and the calls that we've been having with our chair lady, we mentioned about making the decision to go to Dubai, right? So I want you to drop a 1 into the chat box if you had made the decision to be in that room in Dubai on the 3rd to the 6th of October, right? Drop a 1 into the chat box because we are going to count the amount of days away, right? But we are going to be able to achieve it, but you just have to make the decision. Any problem that you may foresee, I can tell you that it can be resolved in the 6 months that we have to get there, guys, right? So Michelle, amazing. I love that. Deborah, amazing. No, the tickets haven't gone on sale yet, but trust me, when the tickets come out, we are going to be very moving very quick, right? They always have an early bird, and the fact that we've made the commitment means that we don't want to pay more than we need to. So you will definitely know when the tickets are coming out, right? 100%. But being someone who has been to 2 conventions now, it is so important to get into the room, right? But we want to make sure that you get into a room with a different kind of feeling, right? I want to make sure that you can get into the room using the resources that we have here within Iron Mastery Academy, right? Because at the end of the day, we are in the business of learning a skill to get the freedom that we desire, right? Drop a 2 in the chat box if you wouldn't mind going to Dubai using the profits that you get from trading, guys, right? Drop a 2 in the chat box if that would be absolutely amazing if you were able to go to Dubai and take it out from your MetaTrader 4 account, right? And say, here you go, travel agent. Here you go, hotel, here's my money, right? And that is going to be our aim, guys. That is going to be our aim, is to make sure that we are moving consistently for the next however many days it is, right? We want to make sure that we are consistent in the results, because now we have an end goal. It's not just an amount. It's something that is tangible, something that we can print off and put onto our vision board, right? Something that we can tell our friends and family, this is my goal to be going to Dubai, right? This is the trading account that I'm going to be using. So in order to do that, guys, we are going to create a Dubai trading plan. So if you guys already have a trading plan, drop a 3 into the chat box. Right? If you already have a trading plan, drop a 3 into the chat box. Amazing, Michelle. Anyone else? If you have a trading plan, drop a 3 into the chat box. 3 sort of. No worries, Teresa. Okay, if you have a trading plan and you're not using it, drop a 4 into the chat box. If you're not using your trading plan, drop a 4 into the chat box. Because what I've learned is a trading plan is super important for you to understand what it is you need to do in the market on a daily or a weekly basis, right? But we're going to create a trading plan purely for the buyer. That means that if we mess up the trading plan or we don't follow the trading plan, that is us saying to ourselves, we don't want to go to Dubai, right? And we're not claiming that. We know that we're going to get there. We know that we are going to arrive there. So it is super important to make sure that we are sticking to the trading plan. But I don't want this trading plan to be too elaborate, right? I don't want it to be asking you to do too much. But we're going to put a bit of groundwork behind this in order to make sure that we know the amount we need to get to Dubai, right? So let me know in the chat box, guys, how have any of you looked up flights to Dubai, or have you looked up hotels, right? Of how much it may cost you. Let me know, right? Because I've already booked a hotel on booking.com. I already know how much my flight is going to cost me, right? We are not messing around here at all. We need to know the figures, right? How many times have you heard educators and business people say you need to know the figures? Michelle said, yes, I have. Amazing, Michelle. So just drop into the chat box roughly, right? How much is your flight going to be roughly, right? You haven't looked at flight, just hotel. Okay, how much is your hotel going to cost roughly, right? Roughly, how much is your hotel going to cost? I'm going to pull up my screen and we're going to do some shopping, guys. Like this, I must admit, one of my favorite things about planning a holiday is looking for the holiday. I must admit, right? I enjoy the searching for the hotels. I enjoy the flight. Some people may look at me like I'm crazy, but I really, really do enjoy it, right? So we just want to get a figure roughly just to see how much, right? So we are going to go to Dubai. And it's in the Coca-Cola Arena. I think it's called Arena. It's called Arena. All right, let's do. Deborah said 5 stars. 100%, Deborah. Right? We aren't here to. We got to live big, right? One of my favorite chairmen, Justin Owen, said that David Immonitier told him to drive in the Uber Black before he had money to drive into the Uber Black. Why? Because what you focus on grows, what you touch, what you experience, you want to get more of that, right? But you got to expose yourself to it too. Yes, your chest is high. I love that, right? It's just what you're entitled to, right? This is what we're meant to be having in this day-to-day life, right? Don't let anyone tell you. My mum used to tell me all the time that my chest was high. I take that on board, right? So let's say we're going to go from the 1st to the 8th. 2 adults will probably share with someone, right? And let's just look roughly at what these prices are saying, right? So they do vary a lot in Dubai, I must admit, right? So we've got 3 grand, we got 700, right? We got 500, 600, 900, 1,100, 1,200, 1,500. So let's say, let's do ballpark. Let's say 1,000 for now, right? Let's say 1,000 for now. Yeah, we'll go with that, right? We'll go for 1,000 for now. So hotel gonna cost us around £1,000, right? Then the flights I looked at the other day, they'll probably cost about, let's say 600, depending on obviously where you're coming from. Diana, your flights are going to be different from Canada than ours in the UK, but let's say around £600 if we were to book now. If we were to book later, let's say about 750. I don't know why I like to make it complicated for myself. All right, 750. Our ticket, guys. Our ticket is probably going to cost around £200. Yeah. What else do we spend, right? What else do we spend when we're going on holiday? What else can you think of? Travel insurance, let's say around £30, right? It shouldn't be too much. So we got hotel, flights, ticket, travel insurance, transportation, right? We need links. We need Ubers or whatever that may be. Yes, Michelle. Chairman clothes. That is a big one, right? So let's say 100 for transportation for the week, just back and forth, depending on how close we are. Chairman clothes, convention clothes. I'm gonna go with about 250, right? That's just me personally speaking, right? So what are we on now? We are on 1,950, 2,000, to about 2,400, right? 2,400. Let's round that up. 3,000, all expenses paid. We are going to go to Dubai. We're going to be in convention. We're going to be in VIP. We're going to be looking like the chairmen and chairwomen that we are. We're going to be riding in our Uber Blacks. We've got the vision. We can see it. Amazing. We need £3,000 roughly to do this the way we intend, the way we really deserve it. Shopping money, Deborah. That is a different story altogether, Deborah. But don't worry, by the time we finish this trading plan, there will be shopping money in there as well, right? 100%. There'll definitely be shopping money in there, right? So what we want to do, guys, is we want to start off our trading plan. So we want to make £3,000 from now, right, until October the 1st. Let's say September, because we need to pay for things, right? So I'm going to say business working days calculator. Let's start from all right, so what date? So it's the 25th next Monday, right? Loads of time, so much time, right? So it's the 25th, 2022, and we want to go to the end of September. Beginning of September, sorry. We want to, let me move this chat box. We want to go from the beginning of September. Give us some leeway, right? September 2022, right? Exclude weekends, bank holidays, include the end day. All right, 91 days, guys, 91 business days. So of course, if we're trading DCX, you can trade on the weekend, but let's give ourselves a little bit of a buffer, right? So we're going to say 91 days to accumulate 3,000, right? 3,000. So what do you think I'm going to go on to next, guys? Drop into the chat box. What tool do we use all the time? Do you think that I'm going to use next in order to see us get this $3,000, guys, right? What is the tool that I use? Charmaine loves it. Yes, Deborah, right? Compound Daily. So we're going to go into Compound Daily. I love that you guys know. And we're going to type in here, first and foremost, 91 days, 100% reinvestment. We are not including weekends, and the start date is going to be on the 20. If I put the 24th, it will start on the 25th. All right, so let's talk about the amount that we are going to put into our trading account. So I feel like all of us have been in for longer than, I would say, 3 months. Definitely been in longer than 3 months. Yeah, amazing, great, right? So yes, you can start a trading account with $100 or pounds. I don't necessarily advise that per se. I would say let's start the account with 300, right? If we can start the account with £300, $300, and you feel comfortable with that, right? And then we are going to look at the percentages that we need, right? This is going to be trial and error. I do not know the numbers off my head, right? But what we're going to do is we want to make this manageable, right? We don't want to be biting off more than we can chew. So I'm going to start with the, I'm going to start with the 5%, right? So if I start with the 5%, guys, which is making 5% a day, right? For 91 business days, you can see here the amount that we are looking at is £25,000 or dollars. We don't need £25,000 or dollars right now for our Dubai account, right? We do not need that. Do you guys agree with me? So therefore, we do not need to stretch ourselves for the 5%, right? We want to make sure that we are hitting the compound plan. We don't want to be overstretching ourselves because we like this figure here. How many of us have seen this green figure and we get excited? Oh my gosh, amazing. 91 days, I could buy out the whole of Dubai, right? I could buy out the whole of Dubai, Deborah's thinking, in the shopping mall with 25, right? But we want to be realistic, right? Listen, Deborah, for Glendale, we'll just double it, right? We still don't need 25. So let's drop to 4%, right? Let's drop to 4%. All right. We're looking at 10K now, right? We're looking at 10,600 if we drop to 4% a day on £300, right? I think that's all right. I think that's doable. If we're going to Glendale, which I recommend because I most definitely will be there, then 10K looks good, right? 10K looks good, but this is indeed our plan for Dubai, right? So let's see what 3% does. 3%, £4,418, guys, making 3% a day. So we do not need to break the bank. We do not need to be making large amounts a day. We could put £300 in our account, grow our account by 3% for 91 business days and get £4,400, right? Do you believe that making £9 on a 0.03 is doable, guys? Drop a 3 into the chat box. Because remember, we're not on a 0.01. You have 300 in your account. Of course, guys, we do not over leverage here. We take our time, right? So yes, you guys are saying, yeah, we can do that. We can do that on a 0.03. Steady amounts, guys, steady amounts, steady amounts, steady amounts. Day 30, we're still making £21 a day, guys. Have you made £21 before? Is that doable? Do you believe that with the resources that we have here in Wealthier World, you can make £21, right? These are not large amounts, and we are on £21. We're at £700. That's a 0.07 lot size, guys, right? And we speak about counting pips. We speak about understanding our risk, so we know what trade we need to get into to achieve that amount, guys. Day 60, we've made £50 a day, right? We're on 1,700, guys. These are slow and steady movements. Slow and steady movements that if you follow this step by step, if we stay consistent, it doesn't mean that there may be a day that we have a loss. That's fine. There's also going to be a day where gold might shoot up and we might make more, right? But what we want is we want the consistency, because we need £3,000 to get to Dubai and be comfortable and do the things that we want to do when we get there. That gives us £1,400 buffer. Remember, guys, this is our trading plan for Dubai. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know, does that make sense? So now what we have is we have the amount, and I want you guys to write this down because this will most definitely be part homework. We have the amount. We worked out roughly £3,000. What I do want you to do is go home, or you're probably at home, but when you come off this call, right, to look at that hotel. If it's the Atlantis that you want, Michelle, it's the Atlantis that you're gonna get, right? You put that figure into your amount. You jiggle your percentages a bit if you need to, right? But we're looking at roughly £3,000. We're looking at 91 business days starting from the 25th of April, which is next Monday, right? Which is next Monday. That gives you enough time to fund your account, practice on your demo account for the rest of the week if you need to. right? And we said that the percentage that we're going to grow our account at is 3%. 3%. So now that we've gone into that, guys, now that we have the basis, now what we want to talk about is the strategy that we're going to be using, right? What strategy are you going to be using to place these trades, right? So drop into the chat box, what is the strategy that you are going to be following, right? Is it swipe coin? Is it index infusion? Is it gold cup? Is it colors? Is it, drop into the chat box, what is the strategy that you are going to be using, right? Because you have to know, and I'm going to explain why you need to know in a bit. Amazing. Teresa said colors. Diana, colors, index infusion. Amazing. Deborah, index infusion. Amazing. Right? Because what we want to do is we want to look at the rules of that strategy, right? So I don't really use colors. So Teresa, Diana, help me out here. What are the rules of colors, right? What do you have to do or see in order to place that trade, right? I know you have no box, no entry. I know that one. But what is it that you have to look for? What are the confirmations to be able to open your MetaTrader 4 and press buy or sell? Because that is something that you need to write down in your trading plan. I will only place a trade if it meets all of the confirmations of the strategies that I have chosen, right? So some things like index infusion, it's a little bit easier. I will only place trades from Barley or Sheriff. I will only place trades from the setups. Once my alert has gone off, I have opened the trade, I have checked that we have a break and close, and I get in, right? You need to be specific with why you're getting into the trade, because how many times have we gotten into the trade because it's nearly met our confirmations? Some of the colors have lined up. That one's a little bit out, but I'm going to get in anyway, right? Yes, they dropped that index infusion trade. Looks great, but I think I missed it because it's already started going. Or he said, don't set a pending order, right? He said, don't set a pending order. He said, wait for the alert to go off, but I'm busy at work, so I'm just going to set a pending order, right? We need to stick to the confirmations in order to make sure that we are doing everything we need to get those results, guys, right? Teresa said too many times. I've done it myself. You start to see things, you start to give a little reply because you don't want to miss the trade. You don't want it to shoot up, and you know it's going to go up. You're certain it's going to go up, and it may go up, but it might go down first. And you don't want to lose unnecessarily money because we're not listening to the educators, because we're not listening to the people that have the results that we desire. So guys, I want you to think about that strategy, and I want to think about the confirmations that you need in order to press buy or sell on that MetaTrader 4. And you do not press buy or sell if those confirmations are not met. Whether you need to put it on your screensaver, whether you need to have it as a lock or something, or near your phone or in front of you on your computer screen when you're looking at TradingView, have your confirmation somewhere. Once you've found your strategy, guys, you want to know when you're going to trade. How many days a week are you going to trade? Are you going to trade 5 days a week? Right? So we did this as we're going to trade 5 days a week, but you can change it. You might want to do 4 days a week. What I recommend, if we're doing 3%, guys, a day, then that is 15% a week. If you decide, you know what, actually, I only want to trade three times a week, then it will turn to 5% a day, right? Does that make sense, guys? Right? But your total amount will still be 15% a week. So work out when you want to trade. It instills the discipline. It stops you from over trading. Maybe even decide how many trades you wish to take, or maybe what your maximum is. I'm only going to place 4 trades a day. If I get to number 5, I'm not clicking that button. It could be a winner, but it's not happening. I'm not doing it, right? Your trading plan is there to help you every single step of the way, right? Every single step of the way. So guys, just to recap what we've got so far, is we've got the amount that we are heading for. Print off your hotel, print off your flight details, look at them every day, say, yep, that's the hotel I'm staying in. Yep, that's the flight I'm staying in. If you can reserve your hotel now, even better, right? Booking.com sometimes do book now, pay later. Do it, right? Make sure that you have that vision, you know that you are getting on that plane. If there's a travel agent that allows you to pay in installments, do it, right? The quicker we take action, the easier it will be in September when we take that money out of our trading account, right? So once we've got the figure, we are doing a 3% roughly a day, 15% a week, right? 15% a week. The strategy, you guys know what strategy you're going to be using. Stick to that strategy for the 91 days, guys. Stick to it. There may be other things that look pretty. I think we're all in a position here where you're confident with your strategy. If you're not so confident and you're watching and recording, then by all means, copy and paste trades will help you out to get to that goal. But yes, Deborah, I am pinky promising with you, right? We are sticking to the strategy. We are sticking to that strategy. And then we want to write down our confirmations. What do we need to do to press that buy or sell button, right? What do we need to do to press that buy or sell button? And then how many days are we trading? / time zone. Time zone's a little bit dodgy. I don't necessarily believe that you need to stick to the time zone all the time, but just make sure you are not over trading. So what I need for you guys to do is I need you to have that trading plan ready by Sunday, right? Ready by Sunday the 24th and dropped in. Honestly, Michelle, I am a 1 trade a day person. I am a 1 trade a day person, but I would say 2 to 3 trades. 2 to 3 trades. If you were trading on a 0. If you're trading on a 0.03, right? And day 1 is £9, that means that you need 30 pips roughly, depending on what we're trading. 30 pips roughly to hit your daily amount. You can most definitely do that in 1 trade, right? But I would say 2 to 3 for comfortability. Yeah, I would say 2 to 3 just to be on the safe side. Yes, Diana. So yeah, you can do 0.01 times 3. So when you're, if you're using swipe coin, or if you're doing multiple positions, TP1, TP2, TP3, then you can have 3 trades at 0.01. You take 1 to TP1, 1 to TP2, 1 to TP3, making sure that you protect your risk on the TP2 and the TP3 one. So should the price reverse down, you were good to go. Does that make sense, guys, with the splitting of the lot size? Maybe I'll look at that next week, so you can kind of get the visualization of how that really works, right? Yes, amazing, amazing, amazing. So once you've got that trading plan, right? Once you set it up, you drop it into Index Infusion. I will drop this recording into Index Infusion to encourage everyone. But guys, we are officially trading for Dubai. We're officially trading for Dubai. Deborah, the best leverage is probably between when you're setting up an account, 1 to 200. When you're using your lot size, 0.02 to 0.03. Because we have 300 in our account, we want to take it easy. If you're trading gold, stick with a 0.01 for now. If you're trading Bitcoin, do a 0.02 for now, right? Remember, we're not doing large amounts at the moment. Yes, Michelle, yes, that bag, I'm gonna get it out. I'm super excited for that website. But yes, we will all have our bags. For those who don't know, my mum runs a business. She creates beautiful, beautiful bags. And I will get them out to you guys. Yes, you're allowed on a large account. Yep. So 300 is the basis. If you wish to stay accountable, you can drop your results in the Index Infusion section. That is absolutely no problem at all. I would encourage us to do that. You can use a larger account, but just make sure that you are doing your due diligence, right? Make sure that you are still doing your 3% a day. It just means you will hit it quicker, but still make sure you're doing your 3% a day. You don't want to go in with too much unnecessarily. But yes, you can have a larger account if that is easier, right? 3% for sure. Yes, amazing, Deborah. I absolutely love that, right? So let me just check. All right, amazing. So yes, I have a call starting soon, guys, but does anyone have any questions whatsoever? Any questions about do the trade for the buy? I am going to type it up, put it in Index Infusion. We will be holding each other accountable. Use the Index Infusion section for questions. If you're feeling a little bit tempted, if you're not sure, those who don't trade Index Infusion can also do this as well. I'm going to maybe speak about doing it on a bit of a larger scale, but I want to give you guys a heads up to making sure that we have the results that we desire. Right? We need the results that we desire. I'm super, super excited. The buy is 91 business days away. I am excited. I got to start looking for my outfits, all that good stuff. But more importantly, we need to get into that room, right? We need to get into that room. We want to learn from the people who have the results that we desire, and it is absolutely going to change our lives. And speaking of getting into that room, guys, in London, we have Alex Morton this Saturday. Make sure you are there. If you haven't bought your ticket, this guy is an absolute beast. He is a young man who has the knowledge of so many amazing mentors, just like Bob Proctor. And you really, really want to learn from this gentleman. He has overcome so much. So make sure you get into the room on the 23rd of April as well. Yes, have an amazing evening, guys. I look forward to seeing your trading plans.